Digital signatures in Mexico. Simple. Digital signatures in Mexico. A simple one. Digital signatures in Mexico. Simple one. Honorable colleagues and respectful lay people, night has arisen and with her thoughts as well. I want to share with you a couple of ideas that we spoke about within the local bar association regarding digital signatures in Mexico. So it all began when a colleague of ours sent us an image, pretty much a PDF with a handwritten signature. And she was asking whether it was suitable to offer it as proof or a legal contract. The simple question here is no. It does not fulfill all the legal requirements, and I'll go within our legal system in a while. Basically, it's what we are speaking about here is just a PDF with a handwritten image or the image of a handwritten signature on it. It does not fulfill the requirements which computers require to assure you that a document has been signed and kept integral within transportation by somebody, or say pretty much what PKI is meant to. The Mexican law requires to use a PKI, that's public key infrastructure, as a legal signature, and it actually provides it the same legal value as just a handwritten signature. Now, let me go slightly into our legal system, because in here, you can regard it as the North American legal system. The three countries, we have a three-layer system, meaning that there's a national law which applies everywhere despite and regardless anything. Then we have the regional. Canadians call them provinces, the US and Mexico call them states. Then we have local systems, which also have their own codes and laws. And they call them counties, we call them municipalities, and I think, as far as I remember, in Canada, they are also counties. Meaning that you have three layers of legislation, despite or regardless, or say aside from jurisprudence and international treaties. So, having said that, we also have the same legal, pretty much the same legal principles, especially within commerce. Okay, now, the Mexican legal system is rather easy or simple because we have a national code of commerce, which is a law applied within all states. We have as well a national law, it's called an advanced electronic signature law, which is a federal law, meaning that it applies within all the country, within all the entire country. And in the case where I am practicing is Querétaro. And we also have here a local law which describes pretty much how local authorities have to use illegal signatures and how also citizens can get to use them as well. So now, here's where I'm going to invite our honorable legal eagle colleague. I don't know, I can't recall someone in Canada, but certainly someone will be able to follow up and give us their perspective from their Anglo system, which also has its own differences. But let's just think that it's a free trade area, whichever the correct name you want it to be. But we have a free trade agreement, and electronic or digital signatures are very important in these issues. Now, having said that, digital signatures and electronic signatures within the Mexican law are regarded the same. It's explicitly regarded or stated within the law that however you call them, it shall refer to a PKI infrastructure. And having said that, it's all based on the UNCITRAL's model law. Nothing aside, there's no magic around it. We are pretty much abiding by or following the common practices within World Trade Organization and the rest of the common applicable laws or treaties. And the law pretty much requires you to use a feasible authorized authority to obtain your signatures from. It's no different from what you will see from the States and within the EU directives. Since we also have a free trade agreement with the European Union, we are also aligning with all the technical descriptions. Having said that, it's also true that we are acknowledging the fact that it's also very useful to follow auto-regulation schemes and whatever the industry is doing, because our legislative systems can't really cope with the technology. Now, having said that, as I will say to you, you're very welcome to ask. Let's speak about this, because signing digitally will be pretty much the future within the next century, and you're very welcome to visit this country. Keep listening, keep writing, keep studying, keep asking. We'll see you later. So, what can you do if you don't have a digital signature and you have an issue to solve? Well, we have, or we can recur to what it's regarded as computer forensics. Computer forensics is another branch. It's also regarded as the best way to figure out what happened within the computer system. It's also applicable within the law. It's pretty much a way to prove what happened within a system. It's also based on UNCITRAL's model law as to figure out how to regard when the message was delivered, by whom and where, and all the applicable descriptions. In such regards, well, yes, it's also suitable here to provide computer forensic diagnostics along with other elements of proof, which can indicate to whomever is sorting out the issue what happened. Okay, so in such regards, we do not deny that technical analysis is pretty much a source of conviction. It's not always a source of law, but it's a source which can be used as to provide conviction to whomever is checking the issue. Computer forensics, it's a branch which is also kind of mind-blowing, but it's very interesting. So I invite you to look at it, be as curious as you can, and just study by yourself. Remember, internet is about sharing and learning by your own. Keep writing.